Namaskaram, Sadhguru.
Yes.
What is your plan and vision for 2019? Thank you.
There are many things, I don't want to scare you right now. One thing you know, 2019 is the 25th Mahashivratri in Isha. Mahashivratri has been happening forever, but in Isha Yoga Center, it is the 25th Mahashivratri, so it's going to be very special as an event. There are many surprises, we won't tell you right now. It will come and it's a big surprise. If you can be there, just be there, don't miss this opportunity because we are doing everything possible to make it something else. About what else? There are many things. One important thing is I'm bound by a covenant not to say certain things right now too early. Anyway, there are some big surprises for you in this year. Many fundamental changes are being made in the organization and the way things are delivered and the number of languages it's going in, many things happening. And something that I can share with you is, somebody's getting me a really nice brand new motorcycle. So when I go back from here, if it's ready, I'm riding from Bangalore to Coimbatore on a motorcycle after almost 35 years, 30 years maybe. So beyond that, I'm not able to say anything. Okay, connected with that, the Kaveri River is a river around which I grew up. I floated down this river once for 13 days on a truck tube and it's a magnificent river, not one of the largest rivers, but in terms of the population that it touches and the terrain it flows through, it's very unique. More than anything, we love this river because we've been around it forever. I grew up around this river. So this river has depleted almost 39% in the last 50 years. So, right now we're in the process of talking to the governments. This river basin, the Kaveri river basin, is 83,000 square kilometers. Our project is to turn at least 1/3 of this into trees, agro-farming, forests and whatever, under shade. So as a part of this, we are talking to both the governments, we need some concessions from them to make it work, because 80% of the land is farmland, 20% forest we will anyway do. The remaining 15%, what we have to do is in farmland, we have to convert this into agroforestry, which is the main challenge. If these things come through with the government in the month of September, again, this motorcycle is coming for that purpose, that from the origin of the river, which is called as Thala Kaveri, to the delta in Tamil Nadu, we are riding about 100 motorcycles and about 30 to 35 events on the way, as a way of implementing this, maybe over a fortnight. So, this movement is called Kaveri Calling. Kaveri is calling, will you hear or not? So, we'll be doing Kaveri Calling. If you want to be a part of that in the month of September, the dates are not fixed, but it will come somewhere there. And most probably, it's already been kind of approved but still not officially sanctioned, is 3rd of September, on which day we started the Rally for Rivers, is going to be declared as River Revitalization Day in India. There are a lot of river-related projects happening across the country. Our volunteers are doing a phenomenal job on the ground. The foremost one, which will start anytime soon, is the Vagari River in Maharashtra, where our volunteers are literally meeting every farmer. 27,000 families exist in this river basin. They're literally meeting every farmer to convince them that this needs to be done. This region is notorious for farmer suicides because it's very harsh land, serious water concerns. So this is the most difficult terrain to work. So we have chosen this so that we can set up an example so that people… we can set up a module that the people… nobody will have any doubt that it can be done. It can be done. It just takes a certain amount of force to make it happen. So the government is completely come across for this idea. Budgets have been allocated. Anytime in the next 3 days, cabinet approvals will happen and this will be on the ground. Apart from that, there is going to be a burst of many languages. The videos are being translated into over 17 languages right now, about 8 Indian languages and 9 international languages, and already some of them are out, but much more will be out in the next few months. And somebody donated a prime office space in Bangalore city, where about 200 workstations have been set up. I think 170 workstations have been set up, and we are looking for sponsors to… See, till now, everything that's been done in Isha has been done by volunteer enthusiasm. Enthusiasm has been the main quality, not necessarily talent. Yes, because we never hired the people that we want. It's only those who came, we trained them and did whatever we did. Their devotion and dedication did wonderful things. But never we hired the right kind of talent to do a particular job. Whoever came, somehow, but it's worked well. But now a time has come, we need proper talent to run this. So, about an office with about 170 workstations and hired people are going to sit there because the foundation cannot pay for it. Right now, sponsors have come forth for about 47 employees. 3 years' salaries they've sponsored. So 47 will go any time before 15th of January. As the sponsors come, the rest of the places will be filled up. When we have a 170-strong back office, we're going to be far more efficient because volunteers have been fantastic, but they are there today, tomorrow morning they may be gone. Again, we have to search for another volunteer who will fill that space. It's a lot of juggling. If I was little sane, I would have lost my sanity because I was always like this no danger. Otherwise, managing all these things with volunteer force, which is fantastic, but very volatile, and any time they'll be gone, suddenly. They don't give 3 months' notice. Suddenly there is a wedding, there is a birth, there is a death, something happens, poof, they're gone. Or simply, they fell in love with somebody. But now we're going to have about 170 people probably in the next 4 months to 6 months as the sponsors come for each employee, somebody is sponsoring them. So once that happens, we will have 170 paid staff sitting there 6 days of the week. So many things will happen more efficiently. Please see how you can participate. We would like to set up a similar office in United States. We need at least an office of 100 people who are there all the time. Why this is important is, it's very clear in my mind, we have something like 15 to 25-year window. In this window, if we don't turn humanity around, like she just asked the question that people going to office, see, only street bums were smoking, okay? Early morning drinking was only for those who don't do anything. Others drank only Saturdays, but slowly it became every evening. But somebody who has a responsible job does not drink in the morning and go, yes? But now, people who have responsible jobs not drink, pop LSD and go to their work. In my estimate, in 25 to 50 years' time max, 90% of humanity will be on some kind of chemical. Once they're on chemicals, you cannot talk to them. You cannot talk to them. You know this. Hello? Once they're on chemicals, you just cannot talk to them. So whatever talking we want to do it quickly. To every human being, whatever damn language they speak or understand, we want to speak in that language and make sure we make them understand this much. Human experience is caused from within. Just this one thing if they understand, all human experience happens from within. If you're willing, you can cause whatever experience you want. You don't need to drink, you don't need to drug, you don't need to fly, you don't need to go to heaven. If you know what to do with this, what experience you want, you can generate in this, isn't it? This one thing, if everybody understands in the world, they will not go the chemical way. Fortunately, lot of corporates are also doing yoga. The super successful people in the world today are at least, a whole lot of them, at least I would say 30% of them are doing at least 5–10 minutes of meditation, some twisting, turning, some kind of nonsensical yoga, but something they're doing, beginning to do. That's a good sign. Before 90% goes on chemicals, we have to at least talk to them. They must understand that what happens within me is entirely my doing. This one thing, if we make the entire population understand, we've done our job, we can die. Yes, we want to do that. In the next 5 to 10 years' time, we want to make sure every human being on the planet understands this much, that human experience happens from within. Not because of alcohol, not because of drug, not because of marriage, not because of something, simply from within. Either you take charge of it or you don't take charge of it, that's up to you. At least you must understand, this is the way it works. People think, I'm miserable because God is putting an evil eye on me. No, you have privacy in this world. Nobody is bloody interested in looking at what the hell you're doing.